Welcome back. The BMW Z4. You straight away get a certain image in your mind of exhilaration, fun, and a very sexy, low-slung car. Well, the new generation does all of that. Amir Naik has been the lucky one this week who got a chance to review this car.
BMW has big plans for India in 2019, and while half the year has already passed, the company already has had its fair share of launches, and it included this one. And even in the flesh, the Z4, the new generation of the Z4, looks pretty good, doesn't it? Those proportions, new platform altogether, cluster architecture platform, CLAR, the same one that we've seen on the Toyota Supra. They both share the same platform, but it looks much better. It has a little bit of bulk too up front, thanks to the creases on the bonnet. There's a bit of aggression too there. And if you look at the kidney grille, it's not big and in your face like the ones that the new BMWs have. And there are no vertical slats either. So it's just a diamond pattern. Now that might be a little difficult for a company which has been making those kinds of grills for other cars to do, but the diamond pattern definitely works better on the Z4. And overall it's just beautiful to look at, and that red really brings out a different aspect of the car. Of course, I'm now not going to talk much about this, but straight get in and take it out for a spin. The sculpted bumpers and the wide rear all add to that aggressive appeal. And adding to the fast car look are elements like the line from the fender and functional vent leading to the tip of the spoiler and the slash at the bottom of the door. Oh yes, it all works in its favor.
So the Z4 is available in the 20i and the M40i. What we are driving is the M40i version. This is the most powerful version in the country. So this one gets a 3-litre 6-cylinder engine, 340 brake horsepower and offer 500 Newton meters of torque. Now that power is available right from 1600 RPM, stays flat till 5000 RPM. And yes, it can even go up to the red line at 7000 RPM. Sadly, because of the traffic, we couldn't get to check that out, but definitely it can do it. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 4.5 seconds. And it does feel a bit twitchy, you know, when you're driving in a normal comfort mode basically. And the steering is lighter in the Sport Plus mode. It's lighter at lower RPMs, so at lower speeds rather. It's very light, but as you drive on and as you build up speed, that weight starts bearing on you, and then it feels really good. But it still is twitchy, but fun to drive, and the noise from the exhaust is absolutely breathtaking, because every time you put your foot down and go, it's always raring to go, and yes, always manages to put a smile on your face.
Of course, the only way to drive the Z4 around town is putting the top down. And that is done in just 10 seconds, even if you're doing speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour. And there's enough attention you draw from the crowd. The interesting part here, though, is that the roof, once folded, does not eat up into your 281 liters boot space. And there's a separate recess for it. But if you want to fully utilize the boot space, then you have to remove the space saver. So the choice is between bags and a spare wheel. The 10.25-inch infotainment system dominates the dashboard and gives you all the information you need about the car. There's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but if you download the BMW app, then there's a lot that you can access. There's also head-up display, twin-zone climate control, auto parking, but most of these features are optional extra. The bucket seats are extremely comfortable and you can enjoy the drive simply by putting the top down. The Z4 M40i costs 78,90,000 rupees, and that makes it cheaper than its rivals, the Jaguar F-Type and even the Porsche 718 Boxster. So it's something you can cruise in, and so the cheaper option is the 20i, which has a smaller engine and a price tag that's 15 lakh rupees less than the M40i. All of it without compromising on the level of attention that you get.
And with that, it is pretty much a wrap on today's program. I hope you enjoyed what we brought you. As always, your feedback is welcome. And as always, I have to ask you to promise you'll wear your seatbelt or your helmet. I'll see you next week.